Thank you so much for being here. For those who don't know, please share with the crowd who you are.
Yeah, I'm Celeste Perez, and I'm a voice actor, predominantly in anime.
So, what are some things that we may know about that you've been a part of?
I play Konomi Okanogi in Kaiju number 8. I also play Toka and the White Mage in the new Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, and I'm also playing Hibari in the new arc of One Piece.
How long have you been in the business?
I have been an anime voice actor for 4 years, but I've also been a stage actor for most of my life, for about 20 years.
Gotcha. Do you find the stage acting experience, although voice is unseen, it's just heard, do you find that experience has helped you in this avenue?
Yeah, they both. I took a little bit of a break from doing stage work once I started doing voiceover work. But I found that, when I got into voiceover, having a stage background really helped me with finding the physicality of a character. Even though you can't, see what I'm doing in the booth, it's important to be able to convey my physicality through my voice, which I felt like doing stage work really helped me kind of picture that, and that kind of, you can see that. And then when I went back to doing theater after doing a lot of voiceover, I found that I was making choices a lot faster, because in voiceover often we're not given the script ahead of time with ADR, and some prelay. So often you have to get really good at cold reading, this thing called cold reading, where you're seeing the script for the first time. And so you have to make choices really fast. You have to make very quick character decisions. So yeah.
Awesome. So doing all that while trying to stick to the whole moral and theme of the show is difficult, I assume.
Yeah, it can be really difficult. You really have to be locked in to who is my character, what do they want, and how to carry the story the whole time. And it gets more challenging the more prominent your character is in a series, because when you're a lead character, you're really driving everything.
You're the microscope at that point.
Yeah, and often you're the first to record too, and that can be a little bit difficult.
Set the stage for everyone else.
Yeah, you really got to hear everybody else in your in your head when you're recording.
So speaking of that, what is one difficult moment that was the most difficult for you to overcome in your voice acting career?
Oh gosh, I mean, you know what? In Fairy Tale, I play 2 characters, and they often share a scene together, and they're also on opposite ends of my voice, and that has been just a practical, very difficult thing. Yeah.
So the White Mage and who?
And Toka.
So I just finished binge watching the new season of Fairy Tale.
Oh, cool.
And so to hear all that, I'm like, this is the person that
so hard.
I don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't seen the new. You should just go watch it. It's
just
amazing. Fairy Tale is phenomenal. I actually almost got the guild tattoo one day, but
cool.
We're still considering, maybe.
Yeah.
But so, question for you: what has been your favorite part of SciFiCon?
SciFiCon, oh my gosh. I mean, getting to know everybody and getting to hang out with my fellow voice actor pals. And also, I do work on a lot of niche shows. And so getting to know people that actually have seen these shows, it means so much to me. It makes me so happy. It really makes my day when somebody has seen the most random show that I've ever worked on. That means the world to me. So, yeah.
We were actually having a discussion yesterday about how I thought I was an anime nerd.
Oh, yeah.
And so I walk here, I'm like, I don't know who this person is. I don't know what that cosplay is, but it looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. And being a voice actor for Crunchyroll especially, you really get to know a lot of the niche shows. So sometimes I feel like I'm really the nerdiest of all, because it's maybe I haven't seen every episode of One Piece, but I know all about these isekais that have the longest titles.
So for anyone interested in getting into the business of voice acting,
Sure.
What would be your first recommendation?
Take acting classes. Voice acting is acting. Acting is the most important aspect of it. It's more important than doing impressions. Find your voice. What do you sound like? We already have a Ben Stegmeyer. You don't need to sound like Ben. He's doing a great job of it. But what do you sound like? And liking the way you sound is a really important part of that too. So get to know your voice, what you sound like, what do you bring to the table, and get some acting classes or improv classes in there. Find your voice. That's the number one thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you doing this with us. Thank you for all that you've contributed to our anime nerdness.
Oh, thank you
and we
so
look forward to the
much.
future projects you have to come for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.